clearancing. So now we just have a ton of bodywork to do.
You got that fresh jumpsuit? Dang, I might have to get me a German jumpsuit.
You got that Navy jumpsuit though.
No, that one's a lot better. Kind of jealous, not gonna lie.
No idea where this is from. All right, we have welded up all of the old holes from the belt line trim and from the middle molding trim right here. Welded in a patch. There was some rust here, so I cut out a section of metal, bent it in a vise, and just tacked it in there. So now we just have a ton of bodywork to do. Put some little paint marker marks on all of the dents. Actually, I see another one. A little trick with finding dents is you want to find this line of light if you have tube lights like this, or get a nice powerful light, and then just stay at a level and you can just follow it across and you can see when it, you can see it like wobbles around that dent right there. So if you see the light moving, there's one little dent there, there's like a little one here too. I filled these in, so once I sand them, I will still probably have like a little yellow spot. So I can sand them enough to actually show a ring of where it's low. Then I'll sand the inside there so it grabs the body filler, and then I'll just skim all of this. But other than that, we welded up little plates in here for the old reflectors, and then all of the old holes from the bumpers and all that jazz. So we're gonna get this thing to be nice and smooth, no more hail dents. I still have a ton of dents in the roof. I did run a hammer across all this. It's still a little high, you can see here. I think maybe somebody patched a big piece of steel maybe in here or something. I'm not gonna take it all down to try and figure out like what happened under here, but there was a high spot, a high ridge here. It's a big dent here. There's also a high ridge on that side, so I knocked them down. The main thing you wanna do is make sure you get everything that's high, low, so you can fill it. If you start filling some stuff and there's still high spots, you'll get a bunch of wobbles, and then you gotta try to push that high spot in lower later, and it's all a big pain. All right, now that we have the trunk all ready for primer, we're going to move on to the quarter panels and doors. I had to remove the quarter window, which is just held in by a couple rivets down here, a couple rivets up the sides, and then oddly enough, a cotter pin here that holds the quarter glass in. So I removed that, and then there's just 2 screws back there. And that's pretty much all that holds the glass in. We have all new chrome trim and rubber gaskets, so I'm not worried about using those. The next step is just gonna be to mud across the top section of the quarter and door, and then probably into the hood. just to make sure that where everything is, where like the door's shut, everything's lining up perfectly. So I'm gonna hit it with the file, which helps make sure everything's straight. And then that way when we paint it, we can go ahead and not have any dents or wobbles, and all the panels will match. So let's get into some more mud work. All right, that is a wrap for the flares. They're all welded on here. I will put some seam sealer behind them, and then we're gonna go ahead and grind down the heads of the welds and mud them into the quarters and stuff like that. You did see me weld the inner and outer quarter panel together so you don't get a bunch of road grime and stuff like that in there. If you've ever done a wide body install, you know, you have to do that. I did that on Connie, just the same. So we're gonna go ahead and start mudding up the sides. Let's get it. So you can see I still need to finish off the mudwork on the passenger side here. It was so close to our oven that it was like really cramped, and we're going into paint next anyway, so I figured bring it into the paint shop. I need to finish off the mudwork here, remove this door so I can paint the jam and stuff like that. The driver's side's all done, door's already off. You can see the roof has been mudded up. There's a lot of mud work there, obviously. But that's done, so that doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna be painting the jam here with the quarter at the same time. That's the best way to do it, so you don't get a big paint line here. And then 2002s are a little weird. This front nose panel needs to be, you know, touched up a little bit with some body work, like especially right there. And then that'll be painted as well with the body. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the engine bay at a separate time. So I'm just gonna do from this line right here up, and then from maybe this line forward on the nose. But that's the plan for now. Just gotta get the mudwork finished off over here, and then we're gonna get into primer on the whole chassis.
It's not every day we catch this guy detailing.
Vacuuming.
It's like spotting a polar bear in the wild.
Vacuum sucks, dude.
Is it even vacuuming? You gotta do the like a paper test. See if you got. Oh yeah, I guess it's working.
You already recording?
Yep.
Sick.
Sick.
Sick. So it's black, painted, good to go. Last you saw, I was prepping it and then had just sprayed it. Well, you'll see this B-roll.
I'm trying to get my feet in right.
Stepping over a ton of stuff.
I was like destined to fall if I kept going.
But yeah, last you saw, I just finished all the body work. We got rid of all that hail damage, all the rust, all that silliness. Primed the whole car, sanded it, prepped it, painted black, painted all the parts, hung all the parts.
You came a long way.
Yeah.
Cause
we did a bunch of cleanup on the interior, threw new gaskets in the front and rear windshield, quarter panel gaskets, door gaskets, trunk gasket. All new rubber, pretty much.
New trimming pieces, or is that?
Yeah, this is new chrome. This is old, but this was used, obviously. Yeah, we replaced this rear body panel with the circle taillight panel from the early models, because you can't ever find a good early model that's not a rust bucket for a ton of money. So we got a good deal on a square taillight, and we did a cool conversion. Works out. But yeah, this is like a great base to build some, like to make it a little bit more unique, but like in the last green 2002 that we were building, when we first got it out of there and first got it running, I was like, we should paint it black and make it all gangster and chrome and whatever. And then, should we leave it green or should we repaint the whole thing? I'm thinking black to match the Z4, but let us know what you think. I'm not actually sure. It's kind of a cool color. He hates the color.
I hate it. It's something about this green. It looks like a booger.
Oh, dude, it's got some crazy name to it too. Hold on.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's like booger green.
It's called like Hellgleld or something weird.
Is it like an original color?
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Oh, I'm gonna get so much hate comment for that.
There we go. Right here. Jadgrün. It's probably German for jade green. I don't actually. I never did that, but now we got this one.
The gangster build.
I am waiting on this piece of chrome to come in.
Proper way I've heard someone say gangster in a long time.
What?
Just gonna make it so black and gangster. It's the gangster build.
But yeah, so we got a lot of work to do on the interior, and you know, we built these metal flares to match up with not these wheels.
Oh man.
I've been waiting to put the wheels on while Xavier already.
I don't know who you lied to. You ain't wait for nobody.
I put the passenger wheels on just as a test, but I haven't put all four wheels on.
I definitely got a sneak peek, and it looks pretty damn good.
So we got a bunch of really cool mods. The really cool mods, like this was cool with the color change, but the really cool mods are coming next episode, so tune in.